quickly. But the chains will move.
First down.
For Beat Digger first down. So a couple of first downs here to start the drive for Jordan. They're looking to answer a scoring drive by Pleasant Grove. So in the shotgun once again, Jordan quarterback drops back, fakes a handoff, throws a deep wobbly pass, and it's caught. Caught by the wide receiver, brought in, and a touchdown for Jordan High School. So about a 50-yard bomb, not a beautiful pass at all. It was right to the receiver. He had to slow down, very wobbly, but it got the job done. 50-yard touchdown pass for Jordan as PAT pending. They are looking to tie this game up with 9:22 left in the first quarter. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good, and that's 1 point for the Beat Diggers. 7-7's our score, and looks like we're in for an offensive treat tonight with 2 touchdowns early in the first quarter.
Yeah, our defense is going to have to play at their top of their game for this game. Is this their hardest team they're playing this year?
Hard to say, but Bingham, I think, will probably be. Bingham's always a great football program with no exception this year. And now that they've been added to Pleasant Grove's region, they'll be playing them every year for a couple years. So we'll see how Pleasant Grove
can hold them back.
Can hold up in this tough new region. So the kick, let's see. Number 12 will be kicking it off. See if he can make it to the end zone. In high school rules, if the ball even goes into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. Players do not get a chance to return. So it really just depends on what you're looking for here. Kick is up. Looks to be a very good kick, but just a little short of the end zone, so it will be returnable.
Caught by
number 5 with a nice return up to about the 35-yard line. Got a couple nice blocks. Was able to slide up the middle there. And give the Pleasant Grove Vikings some good field position for their second drive of the game.
We're live right now.
The Pleasant Grove offense takes the field after a very short. And one wide receiver to his right. Takes a snap, it's a good snap. Hands off, fakes the throw. And right up the middle is the running back for a nice solid gain of about 3 yards, I would say. For those of you who are now joining us on YouTube, the score is 7-7. Clock ticking under 9 minutes left. The Vikings had a short drive, but was answered by the Beat Diggers.
2 down, 4 to go.
Yep. 2nd and 4. Another handoff right up the middle for Pleasant Grove.
And they're stopped again.
They're stopped again, but what looks to be, the chains will move, so that run got the job done. First down, Pleasant Grove. Ball on the 46-yard line. Their own 46. Jake Jensen once again in shotgun, all alone. 3 receivers to his left. Throws a screen pass to Ty Kaway, who finds a hole, gets a couple good blocks, and is able to gain about 20 yards, 15 yards. It's hard to tell. We're in the end zone. We got an on-field angle, so it's kind of hard to judge distances here. Jensen once again in center, hands off to Kawhi once again, who is stopped at the line and pushed back for a gain of a little or none. But it was a very short gain, that's for sure.
What they really need to do is just get it out of the center. They need to get it to the side and have them run up the side. They can't keep on pushing through the center.
They're trying to out-muscle Jordan right here, and it works for a couple plays, but gain nothing right there. We'll see what they do next. Jake Jensen will line up in shotgun once again. Tyke away to his right. One receiver to his left and trips to his right. He throws to the lone receiver on his left, who's Dane Christiansen. Makes two guys miss and is finally brought down by a large group of Jordan defenders at about the 35-yard line of Jordan. So third and about 5 for the Vikings. The clock ticks close to 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Jake Jensen once again in the same formation as the last couple of plays. It looks to be a false start on Dane Christiansen. So that makes a third and manageable, a third and long, as the jumpiness of Dane Christiansen does not do good things for the offense. So 3rd and 10 from their own 40, or from the Jordan 40-yard line. We'll see what the Vikings can add as the clock winds to 6:33. Jensen under center, one running back to his left, one wide receiver to his left, trips to his right, looks left, throws left, passes deflected, incomplete. 4th and 10 for the Pleasant Grove Vikings in no man's land, but it looks like they're going to bring out the punting unit. So a hopeful drive brought to a close after a 3rd and 10 miss. And the punt is a high wobbly one, and fair caught at the 5-yard line. So good punt for Jason McHugh. And terrible field position for Jordan, frankly. But we'll see if this Pleasant Grove defense can capitalize, as the Jordan Beat Diggers have 95 yards to go. So the Jordan Beat Diggers with the huddle in their own end zone. Never a good thing. Number 10 is the quarterback for Jordan. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and hands off to number 3, the running back, who decides to cut back halfway to the 5-yard line. Gains about 5 or 6 yards. So up to the 10-yard line, a little bit more breathing room, but still 2nd and 5 from their own 10. As they line up in the same formation. They've been number 3 for Jordan. Their first string running back has been getting a lot of touches tonight, and he gets the ball again, running left, met by a bunch of Pleasant Grove defenders, makes them miss, but is brought down, gain of about 2 or 3. So it looks like they're coming back a little bit, but not enough to have a penalty to reverse the play. So maybe a holding or something. What did you? What was your? What went wrong with Pleasant Grove's defense right there in that play?
Pleasant Grove defense on that play, they all rushed in to take the handoff, but then they realized at the last minute that the quarterback still had the football, and then the quarterback threw it. If anything, they should have, like all of their players, instead of huddling in, they should have stayed with their men and kept on the outside and kept their positions.
100% agree. After a couple of handoffs, they bid on it on the play action pass and missed an open field tackle and suffered. The penalty was a sideline infraction warning. So the ball will come back to the Jordan 25. So a gain of about 40 was turned into a gain of 10. or 35 was turned into a gain of, about 10 yards. So the handoff to number 3 once again, up the middle, and he's stuffed right away. Gain of about 2 yards. Second down for the Jordan Beat Diggers. Clock winds under 5 minutes. So Pleasant Grove had Jordan on their own 12-yard line on a third down, and weren't able to stop him. Never a good thing for your defense. So number 10 for Jordan, the quarterback, lines up 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right, hands off on the play action, and number 3, who's tackled and hit hard by a horde of Pleasant Grove defenders, brought down for a short gain. And that brings up third and about 7. Their own 26-yard line. So Jordan favoring the run so far in this first quarter. They've ran the ball, I want to say it's probably 3 times as much as they have thrown it. So a lot of trust in their running back, who's proven to be a solid running back. Quarterback scrambles to his right, is tripped up and brought down just short of the first down marker. That'll bring up a 4th and short for the Beat Diggers inside their own territory. So Jordan Beat Diggers will line up in punting formation. Punter is standing with his heels on his own 17-yard line. Takes a couple steps for a short, low-flying punt that looks to stop at around the 35-yard line of Pleasant Grove. So not too bad a field position for the Vikings as they come out for their third drive of the game. What are you looking for from this offense, this drive?
From this offense for this drive, I'm looking for they should be running it more than they're passing, because every time we pass, they've seemed to be able to stop us. And we haven't gained much yardage off of passing. If anything, they should be running to the left.
Yeah, if I remember right, they've only completed very little, probably a couple passes, that one touchdown, and then just a few after that. But Jake Jensen will throw and complete a pass to number 13, who's tripped up just past the Jordan 50-yard line, so a gain of about 20 on the first play of the drive as the clock stops while the chains are moving. 3:13 left, and the ball is on the Jordan 44. As whistles blow before the snap comes, see what the call was. And so offsides on Jordan. That will result in a 1st and 5 for the Vikings, which doesn't happen too often, but it's a lot more comfortable than 1st and 10.
So what would that ideal play be to get us our next touchdown from the point where we're at right now?
You got to mix it up. This Jordan defense is they're more of an inside tight defense. You got to use Dane Christiansen's speed to your advantage and beat those linebackers. As another flag flies before the snap, waiting for the official call from the referees. The offense is moving back, so we'll assume it's a false start. Yep. So back to 1st and 10. All in a minute. So back on the Jordan 46. Pleasant Grove will line up 2 receivers to Jensen's left, who is in the shotgun. 1 running back to his left, on his left hip. Jensen on a designed quarterback roll left is sacked for a loss of about 10 yards. And that was just plain out, flat out poor blocking right there. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree.
It was a design play. Quarterback was rolling out left, looking for a receiver, but he had no time to even look upfield because a block was missed and ended up getting sacked. So 2nd and 19 on their own 45-yard line for the Vikings. A quick throw for Jensen to his short right and a hard hit on the receiver who looks to be nope. It is number 1 on the catch for a gain of just a few, but it is a catch, and a catch is a catch. So a gain of 7, 3rd and 11 on the Jordan Beat Digger 47-yard line. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Snap, Jensen looks left, throws deep left. He's got a man open, and just overthrew him. So Jackson Hill, number 1, the missed receiver there, and that will bring up 4th and 11.
Minute 25 left on the clock for first quarter.
Yep. So they will bring out the punting unit once again and hope to once again pin the Beat Diggers back inside, deep inside their own territory, hoping to make something of it tonight. So a nice punt once again is fielded at the Jordan Beat Digger 14-yard line, sorry.
Caught by number 3.
As about a minute left in our first quarter as the Beat Digger offense trots back onto the field, hoping to put up a score soon, I'm assuming. They break the huddle, line up. Quarterback number 10 has got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Running back number 3 on his right hip. And he hands off to number 3 once again, who uses his speed to turn that corner and get up the sideline, the left sideline, for just a couple yards.
Forced out of bounds by number 20, Dane Christensen. Takes it to the 22-yard line.
Did I hear that right? Did he say Dane Christensen is their running back?
Yeah.
Second down.
What are the odds?
That's pretty funny. So just over a minute left. Number 10 lines up in the shotgun with same running back on his hip. Hands off to him once again, this time right up the middle for a gain of a couple yards.
First down.
So another first down for the Jordan Beat Diggers. Ball is on their own 25. Getting a little more breathing room here after a nice punt by Pleasant Grove. So once again in the shotgun for the Jordan quarterback. He's got trips to his right, single receiver to his left, and a running back on his left hip. Sees a hole, throws a jump pass to his favorite target, the number 3 running back.
Number 3, Jake Shaver. Gain of 11.
So that is once again Jordan Beat Digger first down. And they are moving the chains. Looks like the ball will be on their own 36-yard line. Clock is winding down, just approaching 30 seconds left. Snap to the quarterback. It's a designed quarterback draw, and he's hit hard in the backfield. So no gain on the play as the clock rolls past 15 seconds.
Wait down the carry, takes it to the 40-yard line. Second down and 7, Diggers.
And that will be the last play of the first quarter. Score is 7-7. Tie game. Your Pleasant Grove Vikings are facing up against the Jordan Beat Diggers. What have you seen? What do you think about Pleasant Grove offense this first quarter?
Pleasant Grove offense, they've been playing pretty well, but every time they get the ball, they seem to not be able to make lots of yards, and when they do, they get held up at the last second. So they just need to pick their plays better. so we can get a touchdown.
Be treated that way. Don't forget to
Yeah,
stop
they've-
by University of Utah helps Brandon
Yeah,
Kent tonight
yeah.
and enter
Yeah, we
the
played-
win
said it better.
pass. So
Yeah, we
score
played a
this
lot more
upcoming
defense than
season.
offense this game so far,
Go Diggers.
Yep.
which we'd like to turn that around.
We had some 2 early touchdowns, and then some defense. The defense decided to show up, and now we're here. So the second quarter will start as the teams switch sides. Jordan will start on its own 40-yard line, 2nd and 7, and they're all lined up, ready to go. While Pleasant Grove is still just now breaking the huddle.
Okay, you choose.
So number 10, the quarterback for Jordan, will line up in the shotgun, drops back, looks to throw, throws right down the middle, seam wide open, and is caught but broken up by Pleasant Grove, number 38. A great defensive play. The ball was in his hands, and the Viking number 38 just swatted it right out from his grasp. So great defensive stop by the Vikings will result in a 3rd and 7 for the Diggers. Snap to number 10, who is pressured immediately, rolls out to his right, is looking, no one's there. He just throws it up, and it's caught. Oh, just dropped by number 8 for the Beat Diggers. Had a first down, had it in his hands, and just dropped it. That's inexcusable if you're a receiver there. But a great rollout, great recognition by the Jordan quarterback. Saw the blitz coming, was able to roll out in time, buy some time for his receivers, and put it in the right spot, but his receiver could not convert. So 4th and 7 for Jordan from their own 40-yard line. 11:45 on the clock. The punt is a high one. Looks to be a solid kick. Number 5 bobbles the catch, and it's picked up by Jordan on the Pleasant Grove 9-yard line. So a muff punt by the Vikings is the first turnover of the game, and that is not good for your morale and not good for anything if you're a Viking.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a tough catch. If you saw, number 5 for the Vikings was running backwards, sort of to the side, trying to chase down the punt, but was unable to hold on to it. And so now the Jordan offense will come back onto the field and line up on their own, or on the Pleasant Grove 9-yard line. So number 10 with trips to his left, single receiver to his right, running back on his hip. Good snap, throws, and it's just off. Just a little miscommunication. But that quick slant route, that's so hard to defend and very effective inside the 10-yard line, I would say.
Incomplete. 2nd and goal, Diggers.
So number 10, same formation. The running back has switched hips though, and he hands it off to him this time. Number 3, up the middle for a gain of about 3 yards to the Jordan 6. So 3rd and goal for the Diggers. They got 6 yards to go to take the lead, but a three and out stop here would be incredible for this Viking defense. So the same formation again for Jordan. Quarterback takes the snap, looks left, throws inside the middle of the end zone, and it's bobbled around both players and ends up being caught by number 1 for Jordan, and a touchdown. And the Jordan Beat Diggers take the lead, 13-7, PAT pending. What happened on that play? George, break it down for us.
What happened on the play was the Jordan player, he was running in the end zone, and when the quarterback threw the ball to him, our Pleasant Grove player was not close enough to his player, and he wasn't like guarding his territory, and he just slipped at the last second.
Exactly. It's like I said a couple minutes ago, that quick slant route is so hard to defend. Just, that's just so hard to defend. PAT is good. So Jordan Beet Diggers take a 7-point lead over your Pleasant Grove Vikings. 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. And the Pleasant Grove offense needs to step up and answer back. So this Jordan team is 1-1 with a Week 1 win over Desert Hills, 45-44, and then a Week 2 loss to Syracuse, 24-21.
So they're setting up for the kick return.
Kick is a good one, but it will just be a little short, returnable. Number 5 fields the kick, tries to find a hole up the middle, and he does.
He was taken down at the 25-yard line.
25 or 30-yard line. Good field position for the Vikings. 29-yard line is where the Pleasant Grove offense will get to start out. We'll see what Coach Wooten pulls out of his playbook on this drive, and we'll see what type of magic the Vikings can try to pull off here. So Jensen will line up in the shotgun. Trips to his right, single receiver to his left, and Ty Kaway on his right hip. Takes a snap, drops the snap, adjusts quickly though, and scrambles forward for a gain of 1. Flag flies. But a great adjustment by Jake Jensen right here. So we'll see what the flag was. Waiting for the official call, and it will be holding on the offense, it looks like. So holding on the offense, that is a 10-yard penalty, looks like. So 1st and 20 from their own 19-yard line. Same formation for Pleasant Grove. Jake Jensen in the shotgun. Ty Kaway on his right hip, single receiver to his left, that is Dane Christiansen, and then a trio of receivers on his right side. With their backs facing us, Jake Jensen will look to take the snap. Holds on to the snap, Ty Kaway finds a hole in the middle, runs, breaks a couple tackles, pushes a couple guys out of his way, and ends up being taken down at about the 40-yard line for not quite a first down, but pretty darn close. So 3rd and only a couple for the Vikings. Same formation 3 times in a row for the Vikings. Trips to Jensen's right, 1 receiver to his left, and Kaway on his right hip. Snap Jensen, hands off to Kaway once again, who sheds 1 tackle but is brought down by 3 more defensive linemen for Jordan. That's going to be a 3rd and short. So 3rd and 1 on their own 38 for the Vikings. Jensen under center, whistles blow, and timeout. Timeout for the Vikings, as they want to make sure they've got the right play call here to try to get the first down. So 9:21 left on the clock. We're about 3 minutes into our 2nd quarter.
Ball's on the 38.
Ball is on the 38.
3rd down, and they all only have to do is gain 1 yard.
If only it were as simple as that. Easier said than done.
Yeah.
1 yard is sometimes the hardest to get in some situations. We'll see if they, what would you do in this situation? Run, pass, punt?
In this situation, I would hand it off, and I would have them drive it to the right just a little bit, and then straight up.
So yeah, that's what they've been doing this past drive. It's been successful. We'll see if they do it again. Jensen under center, I formation. One receiver to each side. Looks to be a handoff. And it is to the fullback, number 24, who breaks free. And he's running down the field. He's got open space. Makes a guy miss. He's finally brought down at about the Jordan 20-yard line. A great fullback run. So Riley Bayless, our very own Colton Bayless's cousin. So on a great, he only needed 1 yard, got about 40, 60, who knows. I can't count very well, so. But that's exactly what Pleasant Grove's offense needed. So just as the clock winds to 9 minutes, they got 23 yards to go to tie this game up. Jensen under center, Kawhi to his right, hands it off to Kawhi, who pounds up the center for a gain of a couple. That was a big pile in there. Takes a lot to bring Ty down sometimes.
Yeah.
He's a powerhouse for sure.
So it's 2nd down and 4.
Sorry
right
for the
14-7.
disconnected video feed. We'll do our best to tell you as Jensen takes the snap, throws it left to, let's see. Yeah, that was Dane on the left side on the little bubble screen sort of a play. Gain of just a couple as the ball is on the 15-yard line of Jordan, and it will be 3rd and short. 3rd and 1 it looks like on the 15. So twins to the right, single receiver to the left for Jensen as he lines up in the I formation. Hands off once again to Riley Bayless for gain of
1 yard.
Yep. That's just a very little gain, but it does what it needs to, and that is 1st and goal for the Vikings. 8:10 left on the clock, down by 7, and they've got three chances to try to put this ball where it belongs, in the end zone. So once again in the I formation for Jensen, he's got one receiver to each side, hands the ball off to Riley Bayless once again for a short gain. So 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line, just a gain of 1. As the Vikings huddle up to hear the play call. So Jensen looks like he is in the shotgun this time. And whistles blow, a timeout by Pleasant Grove looks like. That's good. You don't want to waste your opportunities here by having miscommunications. Calling a timeout just to clarify with your offense what they're doing is always the safe bet. So great job by Coach Wooten recognizing that his offense wasn't on the same page necessarily. What are you looking for here in these next couple plays, George?
I'm looking for them to drive it through. They shouldn't be making like any passing plays since how close they are.
You know, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. Just
Really?
my personal opinion. I would just run some slants. Those are very hard. Like I was saying earlier, those are really hard to guard, especially in this situation.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal preference. And
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll see what this Pleasant Grove offense goes with as Jake Jensen is in the shotgun. Ty Kawhi to his right and three receivers to his right, sorry. As he drops back to pass, throws a fade to the corner, and perfectly a dime dropped right into Dane Christiansen's hands for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Pleasant Grove down by 1, PAT pending. 13-14 is your score. 7:18 left in the first half. It was a great pass. What do you think? What did you see there? What went well? What went wrong on that play?
I didn't see much going wrong. It looked like the quarterback had a little bit trouble just getting it up there, but once he did, it was just perfect. But
Exactly.
yeah,
The routes were run perfectly by the receiver, setting screens for each other, and left Dane wide open for a fade right in the corner. PAT snap is good. Kick is very low, almost hits the crossbar, but it is good. Game is tied up once again, 14-14 for your Pleasant Grove Vikings and the Jordan Beat Diggers. So maybe not a great drive, but it got the job done. Some key plays from Riley Bayless there, and some nice running there, and ended in a perfect pass. So some good all-around offense there for Pleasant Grove, even with some injuries to this offense. They still performed well. As number 9, Jason McHugh, I want to say, is set to kick off. Waiting for the referee's signal. Still waiting. And he is set to kick off. Whistle from the referee. Kick is up. Looking pretty good. It's a short one though. Fielded by the Jordan Beat Diggers and brought up to about the 25-yard line. Yep, 25-yard line is where the Diggers will start their drive out. Looking to retake the lead midway through this second quarter. So starting on their left hash, number 10, who is the quarterback for Jordan, has a receiver or a running back on his hip, 2 receivers to his right, who he throws to, and it is dropped once again. That's a couple drops recently for the Jordan wide receivers, which is very inexcusable, even for high schoolers. That's not a
it's not an ideal.
not
game.
a good stat that you want to have is dropped passes, and so that's something that they're gonna probably get yelled at and get a little frustrated for, but hopefully they'll adjust. As the ball pops out on the handoff, still scrambling around, a huge pile builds up in the backfield.
Let me wait for the call.
We're gonna wait for the call. Looks that Jordan has recovered it. An offensive lineman jumped on the ball, used his big body to secure that pigskin. As it will be 3rd down for the Jordan Beat Diggers.
And it is on the
Third-
Jordan 22nd.
3rd and 15, so 3rd and long on the their own 22. Clock is winding, just under 7 minutes remaining. Trips to his right, 1 receiver to his left. Jordan, quarterback is in shotgun, drops a perfect pass to number 8 who catches it this time right down the seam and down to the 30-yard line of Pleasant Grove. A great 3rd down conversion and a beautiful pass by the Jordan quarterback. That was
That was
one of the
quite
most
a game.
beautiful passes I've seen. In between 2 defenders, put it right where it needed to be. So a shotgun snap for the Jordan quarterback. Ball's tipped up and caught by the wrong receiver as he runs in for the touchdown. A lucky play for the Diggers, puts them ahead on the scoreboard, 20-14, PAT pending in a 40-second drive. And that ball could have gone either way. It was tipped straight up in the air and landed in Jordan's hands, who ran it in for the touchdown. Number 9, or Jordan was the touchdown receiver on that play. PAT snap comes, good snap, good hold, good kick, it's up and it's good. 21-14, 7-point lead for the Jordan Beet Diggers over the Pleasant Grove Vikings. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Pleasant Grove offense hoping they can put some points on the board before the half. And we'll see what they can do. So we are, looks like we have run out of battery on our only camera. So we are switching that real quickly. It's about to be, we're about to be up and going once again. And Ty Kaway is back to receive for Pleasant Grove. Kick is up and it's a low flyer fielded by number 5 who bobbles it. Picks it up at his own 1-yard line. Runs it out to about the Pleasant Grove 17-yard line. So not good field position to start out if you're Pleasant Grove. But at least he didn't fumble it this time. So what are you expecting this drive from the Jordan defense?
So what I'm expecting for this drive from the Jordan defense is, let's see, for them to, I don't know, I'm actually expecting them to pass this time because they're going to want to gain these few yards.
They're going to want to gain yards and gain them quick. So
they're going to want to hold Pleasant Grove back because they're so close to their end zone.
So trips to his left. A screen pass, could have read that from a mile away, and the Jordan defense did. A screen pass to Ty Kaway was caught, but he was dropped for a loss of 2 yards. Even I could see that coming from right here, so probably wasn't too hard for the Jordan defense, and that is why they lost some yards. So just under 6 minutes left. It'll be 2nd and 15 from their own 12 for Pleasant Grove. As they break the huddle, and junior quarterback Jake Jensen is in shotgun with a running back on his right hip, no receivers to his left, and 3 to his right. As he drops back, pressured from the back, hit as he throws, but he is still caught by number 9, who pounds ahead catches it, pounds ahead, gains an extra couple YAC, yards after catch. Easton Casper on the catch. And that will move the chains for another Pleasant Grove first down, a 15-yard gain. Just what they needed in that situation. But that play scared me a little bit. Jake Jensen got hit from behind as he was throwing. I was worried it was going to be fumbled or even just hit up in the air, but it luckily was not. So Jensen, same formation, but flipped this time, and he hands it off to number 17, who gets a couple good blocks, but is hit hard and gains only a couple yards on the play, on the first down play. As the clock winds under 5 minutes. So 2nd and 7 from their own 31. Pleasant Grove looking to gain some yards. Jensen under center, drops back to pass. Pressure comes, finds a hole in the offensive line, able to run up and gain a few yards. It'll be close to the first down, but I don't think he quite made it, and it will bring up a 3rd and short for the Vikings. So 3rd and 4. Just over 4 minutes left. Clock is ticking. So Jensen will line up in the shotgun, alone. 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Looking for 4 yards with 4 minutes left on the clock. Takes the snap, looks left, looks right, hit as he throws, and it's a low throw due to the hit. And Coach Wooten is upset. So 4th and 4 from their own 35, and the punting unit will come out and give the Jordan offense one last opportunity to score before halftime. Number 45, the punter for Pleasant Grove, lines up with his heels on the 20. Kicks it. It's a low, short kick. Hit that bounce. That takes its first bounce on the Jordan 40-yard line. Jordan, returner, breaks free down the sideline. And a nice tackle by the punter
And brought down
on the
at
Pleasant Grove 30-yard line. And not good field position for Pleasant Grove. Hopefully they can get a stop and maybe get another drive in before half.
Diggers take over 1st and 10 at the 32.
So Beat Diggers on their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10, 3:42 left on the clock. Quarterback looks left, pressure comes, runs, scrambles to his right, gains a couple of yards, probably about 5 yards on the play. And it will be 2nd down for Jordan. Clock winding down past 3:25. And it will be 2nd and short for the Diggers.
2nd down at 4.
As quarterback lines up, one running back on his hip, 3 receivers to his left. He looks left, throws on the run while being hit, and another touchdown for Jordan. A throw on the run off his off foot for the Jordan quarterback, number 10, for another touchdown.
27-14.
27-14, 3:02 left on the clock. PAT pending. And Jordan is up by 2 scores just before halftime. Not a good sign for your Pleasant Grove Vikings. PAT is up and it is good. 28-14. Jordan Beat Diggers, sorry. Lead the Pleasant Grove Vikings 28-14 late in this first half. Coach Wooten clearly upset, running his hands through his hair, shouting at his team. Probably something along the lines of, get it together. We are in this game and we've still got a chance. So Pleasant Grove will be receiving this kick. Ty Kaway and number 5, who is named, I apologize, but I do not know it. They will be back to return the kick. Hopefully a good field position here would set the Vikings up nicely for a quick 3-minute drive to end the half.
Goes in to kick the ball.
Kick is low and far into the end zone. Touchback. High school rules require that a kick in the end zone is not returnable. So the Pleasant Grove Vikings will start their final drive of the half on the 20-yard line. Their own 20-yard line, that is. See what this offense can put together after a couple of nice drives. Looking to put some points on the board, shorten this 2-possession lead before the half ends. Maybe take some momentum going in to the locker room. So Jensen, a running back on each side, hands it off to Riley Bayless, who only gets a few yards.
Yeah, and this year Riley Bayless is actually a new student he came from South Summit, Utah, which is a lower division school. Anyways, he's supposed to be playing really good this year, weighing around 185.
Yep, coming from South Summit, and his dad switched jobs to my knowledge, which is why he moved up here with his wonderful cousins. Jensen takes the shotgun snap, pass to Kaway in his hands and dropped. Looked upfield before he could secure the ball, which is a number. That's something you don't want to have happen to you. That's a number 1 mistake. Turned his eyes upfield, was worried about the yards after the catch rather than actually catching the ball. So a common mistake, but also not a good mistake. So Jensen will line up in the backfield, shotgun all by himself. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Takes the snap, looks right, throws right quick to Kawhi, who catches it this time, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, is finally brought down at about the 35-yard line of Pleasant Grove. Chains will move, and the clock will temporarily stop at 2:12 while the chains are being moved. So on their own 39-yard line, Pleasant Grove is in the hurry up. Same formation, Jensen alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, takes a snap, drops back, throws to his right, this time to number 1, who takes a nice block but is hit hard for a gain of 10 or more. Chains are moving, and that's all I know. So clock will stop once again for just a little bit at 2:01 as the Vikings will hurry to the line. Try to take advantage of this winding clock. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Jensen's in the shotgun. Timeout by the Vikings, it looks like. Nope, Jordan. Timeout, Jordan. They've got 1 remaining in the half. And so, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It seems Pleasant Grove, we've seemed to have gotten our feet back underneath us, and we're getting our headset in the game, thinking and really digging in and knowing that this is going to be tough, but we can still make this happen.
You do not want to take a deficit like this into the locker room. That's never good. Any deficit is obviously never good, but 2 possessions, especially 14 points, is not something you want to have going into halftime. So any points on the board would be great, preferably a touchdown. And taking the momentum into the locker room as well would also be very crucial and a potential game changer for the Vikings. So Jensen will line up in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left, on the right hash, on his own on the Jordan 47. Throws in the center, up the seam for Kawhi, who catches it, drags a man with him for a couple of yards after the catch. Chains will move once again. Pleasant Grove offense driving 30-plus yards in 20-ish seconds as Jensen will line up in the same formation, alone in the shotgun, 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Drops back, throws completed again to number 13 this time for a shorter gain, but still, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 5 completed passes for Jensen in a row.
Yeah, that is correct.
So Jensen on fire right now, and this Pleasant Grove offense is driving. So, let's see. So another 1st and 10, it looks like. Sorry, 2nd and 10. Not 2nd and 10.
30 yards left to go.
Still waiting for the official spot. Okay, so a penalty on the Beat Diggers.
So it's going to push it back another.
So that's going to bring him up to the 12-yard line. It looks like a half the distance to the goal call. So 12 yards to go, 1st and 10. Clock is ticking, 1:35 remaining, down by 14. Jake Jensen in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Takes the snap, looks left, stumbles as pressure comes, and loses about 5 or 6 yards on the play. And the clock is running. So 1:10 left, and this offense is still getting set up. Jensen no longer alone in the backfield. Riley Bayless to his right. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, pressure comes, 3 men on him, throws on the run and out of bounds. An uncatchable pass, but a good decision by Jake Jensen there. 56.1 seconds left in this first half. 3rd and 14, 17 yards to go. And this offense desperately needs points on the board, like we've been saying.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to muster something up in order to get that touchdown in the last few seconds.
So a crucial play here in this the waning minutes of this first half. Jake Jensen under center, running back on his hip, no one to his left, 3 receivers to his right, takes a snap, pressure comes, rolls out, and he's tripped up at the 20-yard line, it looks like.
3rd and 14.
Clock is running. Now we'll bring up 4th down. And too long. Looks like
Jensen is sacked on the play by number 49, Scuba.
so. The whistle's blew and the clock stopped. We're waiting for the official call on why that is.
Timeout, Jordan.
So timeout Jordan. Maybe hoping to ice the kicker. Maybe figure out their defense if Pleasant Grove does decide to go for it. Coach Wooten, I'm assuming he's given a great speech that'll make it in a movie someday, but who knows. Trying to motivate this offense, get them all on the same page. It looks like they will go for it. So, wow. I'm actually genuinely surprised that the Vikings are going for this. It's 4th and 23, 26-yard line. But this is a kind of a long kick for a high school kicker. It's kind of no man's land in the high school world.
Looks like
Well,
they're gonna
we'll
throw
see.
it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So Jensen alone in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left, drops back, looks left, nothing there, rolls left, pressure comes, he's running, nothing there, avoids a man, throws it downfield, and it is incomplete. Turnover on downs for the Vikings, 29 seconds left in the first half.
Broken up by number 23,
And
26 on the Jordan Beat Eagles.
yep, 26-yard line. Jordan 26-yard line is where the Beat Diggers offense will come out, most likely to kneel it. And head into offense with the momentum and with the lead. So number 10, the quarterback for Jordan, takes the snap. Looks right, rolls right, throws right, caught on the sideline. Ooh, but it's dropped. But they do call it complete. So a nice gain for the Beat Diggers. They got 21 seconds left. Looks like they're going to try to get a score in before the end of the half. They do not have any timeouts. But looks like they're going to try to put something together. Maybe take a huge momentum swing and a 21-point lead. Hopefully not for the Vikings' sake, but we will see. So the quarterback for Jordan takes a low snap, bobbled, fumbles the snap, and it's recovered by, almost recovered by the Vikings. An offensive line fell on it as a Viking player just missed it. So that will be the last play of our first half. The first half ends. The Jordan Beat Diggers lead your Pleasant Grove Vikings 28-14 at the end of the first half. George, what was wrong what went wrong on that last drive? Pleasant Grove was driving, and then all of a sudden things fell apart.
So what went wrong on that was he couldn't see anybody open, and I don't think he was like really thinking clearly, because there's actually some guy open in the far right corner, but he couldn't hold him. He couldn't like pass the ball to them. It's kind of hard to tell from here though, you know.
All right. So yeah, a 14-point lead for the Beat Diggers over the Vikings. So we head into halftime. We're going to give it over to Colton Bayless and keep it with George for a short halftime show, and then we'll resume in the second half.
So we'll be back in 15 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome to the field the Jordan High Charlonians.
Did Jensen give you a box of?
I don't know. I need water.
It's all good. Nobody has to do it. Riley, killing it, man. Is he not wearing his glasses? Oh gosh, I need to practice so much on my commentating. Josh is like covering everything on my